全ては偶然だ。だがその偶然はあらかじめ決められていた世界の意志でもあった。俺はイカれてなどいない。至って正常だ。ここでは真実を語っているんであって、断じて中二病の妄想なんかじゃない。きっかけはほんの些細なことだとしても、それが未来の大きな流れを決定づけてしまうこともある。バタフライ効果という言葉を知っているか？知らないなら調べるのだ。それぐらいの慎重さが求められているのだということを理解しろ。残念ながら俺は慎重じゃなかった。自分の愚かさを分かっていたらあいつを失うことになんてならなかった。未来をこんな形にしてしまうなんてこともなかった。分かるはずがないだろう。その瞬間の自分の手に人類全ての運命を決定づけるような重大なターニングポイントのスイッチが握られているなんていうことは分かるはずがないんだ。考えてもみるがいい。普段の人間の知覚は 99% が遮断されている。人は自分で思っている以上に愚鈍な生き物なんだよ。普段の生活の中に生まれている何気ないことなど気にも留めないし、知覚したとしてもすぐに忘れるか脳が処理をしないかのどちらかなんだ。あの時の俺に言ってやりたい。迂闊なことをするなと、軽率なことをするなと、見て見ぬふりをするなと、もっと注意を払えと。陰謀の魔の手は思った以上にずっと身近にあって、いつでもお前を陥れようと手ぐすね引いているのだと。宇宙に始まりはあるか、終わりはない。無限。星にもまた始まりはあるが、自らの力を持って滅びゆく。有限。英知を持つ者こそ最も愚かであるのだ。歴史からも読み取れる。海に生ける魚は陸の世界を知らない。彼らが英知を持てばそれもまた滅びゆく。人間が光の速さを超えるのは、魚たちが陸で生活を始めるよりも滑稽。これは抗える者たちに対する神からの最後通告とも言える。
ねえねえ、何ブツブツ言ってるの？
There's no sound from the phone against my right ear, only silence. I'm baking in the summer sun. Sweat slowly slides down my chin and drips onto the asphalt.
おかりん、ねえってば。
Ah, Christ. Summer here too. I just cannot escape summer, apparently. Can't we just have like one setting where it takes place in winter for once? Ara was standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. We are about to infiltrate deep into enemy territory. Yet despite the imminent risk of death, there is no hint of tension on her innocent, childlike features. Enemy territory? I cover my phone's mouthpiece and turn to the girl with an index finger to my lips.
誰かと電話中？
I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged.
いや、こちらの話だ。問題ない。これより会場に潜入する。
Still no reply. Looks like they just want my report. It's too dangerous to waste time talking here anyway.
ああ、ドクター中鉢は抜け駆けをした。たっぷりとその考えについて聞かせてもらうつもりさ。何？機関が動き出しているだと。
The organization? Hold on a second. Can I, Alright. Where is, because I assume there's gonna be like some tips list? The organization. The organization is the organization. Cool first sentence. Nothing more, nothing less. Its formal name is something else, but even uttering that name is a death wish. For that reason, all who know of its existence call it simply the organization. Alright. Ah, Christ. Are we gonna be delving into another conspiracy right over here? I was talking about conspiracies left and right in like the last adventure. Yeah. It is as the opening said, the hand of conspiracy. If you're not careful, the hand of conspiracy is gonna get you. Ah, Jesus Christ. The girl turns towards me in surprise. I sigh, shaking my head as I rub my temples.
そうか。それがシュタインズゲートの選択か。エル、プサイ、コングル。
Steins Gate. Hey, that's the title of the adventure. Hold on, let me see, because I did a little bit of configuration. Like the message speed for like the monologue / the narrative is okay, but apparently for like voice acting, it's like it basically follows the voice acting, like the speed of the text follows the voice acting and all that, like to some extent. But auto speed? Let's increase that too, I guess. Yeah, like the message speed is fine. So I guess that's basically the gist of it, I guess, for like the voice acting bits. Yeah, I guess so. I speak the parting words, then pocket my cell phone. Steins Gate. Some know it as fate. To others, it is the will of God. You could count on one hand the people in this world aware of its true nature. Huh? In any case, we should begin the infiltration. Okay, at some point, Okarin? Rintaro, was it? You're gonna have to fill me in on what is going on here. I advance towards Radikan, which is just across the street from the train station. Of course, this is enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell. But I only make it to the 7th floor before I have to stop and rest.
さっき携帯で誰と話してたの？
The girl, Shiina Mayuri, immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way here, and she isn't even short of breath. I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Christ. Gotta build your legs there, son. Who would have thought an 8-story building would be so tall? I turn to Mayuri while wiping the sweat off my brow.
聞くな。それがマユリのためでもある。
あ、そうなんだ。オカリン、ありがとう。
Oh wow, Okarin, you're so edgy. I like that. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Mayuri smiles happily and doesn't pry any further. As always, she is quick to understand my position. We've known each other since we were both little. Mayuri is 16, 2 years younger than me, so she's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. Aww. She is lovely. I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. You know, a thought occurred to me right now. I wonder if we're gonna have like a plot twist right over here and this is all just in this guy's head. Well, by that I mean, not that it's all imaginative and there's like a unreliable narration out over here. I mean that he's doing all this secrecy spy stuff, trying to fight against your organization and all that. And he's just being completely delusional. For now. And he thinks that he's putting this girl in danger, and we're just doing some random errands that are not quite dangerous. I'm just saying, maybe this guy is the equivalent of a chunibyo or something like that. Which, hold on a second, have I saw that word by the way here, chunibyo. Why is it here? Like it talks about the organization, but let's see, what is this? See? Quite interesting. Scroll text. Okay. Let me see. Wait. Is it the organization? Yeah, the organization. I guess that's the only tip that we have. Why is it spelled like Chunibyo there? I don't know. But either way, maybe this is all just this is this guy's way of giving a little bit more spice to his life. Like, I don't know. Maybe something similar to Haruhi Suzumiya or something, I don't know. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. In front of us stands a cheap-looking stage with a podium and a sign reading Dr. Nakabashi's Time Machine Press Conference. Time Machine? Mayuri insists on calling me Okari. Like it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use.
Mayuriよ、いつも言っているだろう。俺のことをオカリンと呼ぶなと。
でも昔からそう呼んでたよ。
それは昔の話だ。今の俺は法院京馬。世界中の秘密組織から狙われる狂気のマッドサイエンティストだ。
Okay, I guess I was right in that one.
だって難しくて覚えられないし。
In any case, Hoin Kyoma is my true name. Is it now? No, not config. True name. The name that describes one's true sadness. Soul name. Okay. I guess these tips are gonna be written by Hoin Kyoma.
それに岡部倫太郎と一文字も合ってないよ。おかしいね。
Okay, so I guess Okabe Rintaro is his real name. Cease your foolish laughter. Okabe Rintaro may be my real name, but I have rejected it, for it is stupid. And so I also hate the derivative Okarin. Come on, it sounds like that Elf Boy's blue pipe thing. Elf Boy's blue pipe? What?
でね、オカリン、教えてほしいんだけど。
In one ear and out the other. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up.
これからここで何が始まるの？
お前はそれも知らずここまで俺についてきたというのか。
She nods without dropping her smile.
これからここで始まるのはドクター中鉢の記者会見だ。
We're standing in the assembly hall on the 8th floor of Radikan. It is here that the conference will be held. Dr. Nakabachi is an inventor. He appears on TV from time to time and has a few patients under his belt, but mostly he is treated as a curiosity.
記者会見？でも記者さんなんて見当たらない気がするよ。
Mayui is right. I've scanned the entire hall, but there's no one who looks like a reputable reporter or cameraman. There are only about 10 of us standing in the hall, including me. Considering Nakabachi's moderate media presence And the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine. I would have expected more. Time... Oh boy, I guess this is gonna be another one of those adventures. We're gonna have to deal with time loops. Like, going back in time and redoing things in order to achieve a better result. Oh boy. Well, I don't know, I guess we shall see. I have zero context about the story. I don't know what the story is gonna be about. I only know that it's sci-fi and such. Like, are we gonna have that kind of story where we have to do things like over and over? I won't be surprised, but at the same time,
あるいは機関による何らかの妨害を受けたのかもしれないな。
I twist my lips into a sneer. I thought that Nakabachi was like me, a scientist fighting to overthrow the organization. But this press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemies won't miss this chance.
巻き込まれるのは勘弁だがな。
Nevertheless, I am interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon of my precious summer holiday. Mayuri ponders my utterance for a while before finally turning her head.
巻き巻きトカゲ？それを言うならエリ巻きトカゲだね。
I let out a sigh. Mayuri is known not to only make bad jokes, but to laugh at them too. She has always been special.
マユリ、気をつけろ。おそらくこの記者会見、何らかの事件が起き。
I didn't finish my sentence. Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? Rintaro. Sorry. Hoing Hyoma! Prepare your, aluminum foil hat. Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. We're definitely under attack. It's coming from above, but we're on the top floor. All that's above is the roof.
地震かな？震度 2？ マグニチュード 2？ 震度とマグニチュードってどう違うんだっけ？
No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out of the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespass signs in my way. Get out of the way. The door is open. Upon closer inspection, I realize that the lock has been broken. Oh god. I can see them. Hoing Kyoma is saying the electromagnetic waves! Which, by the way, we're gonna be reading on that right now. Waves that exhibit properties of both electricity and magnetism, first formally postulated by Maxwell in 1864. The electric field and magnetic fields solutions cause them to mutually propagate each other, resulting in a wave that radiates through its surroundings. This is why it's called electromagnetic radiation. EM waves are divided by frequency to radio waves, infrared light, visible light, ultraviolet light, X-rays, and gamma rays. I open the door and see a billowing cloud of black smoke. There's some kind of phosphorescent. Oh boy, this is gonna be another one of those adventures where there's gonna be a lot of technical, scientific words that may be a little bit difficult to say like at first. There's some kind of phosphorescent dust sparkling in the air. I can't believe it. Was there really an explosion? My heart is racing. My heart is going all doki doki. Damn, I don't know what to do. Should I run? But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, that doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that?
これは
Strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's a UFO! It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall, and looks kind of like a satellite. Or unless it's a time machine. Somebody came from the future with it. Hey Rintaro, soon enough your girlfriend is gonna come out of that one. Like you future, like future you know, future time, how do I call it? Like a time traveling power girlfriend. Just like any science fiction weeaboo's fantasy, to have like a time traveling girlfriend. Like again, Haruhi Suzumiya. Mikuru is gonna come out of that one. Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabachi? Is this part of his presentation? Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he get it up here? Yeah, you know, that's a good point. I don't think that Nakabachi would create like his time machine from the ground up, like right here. He would have it at his home or something like that. So, like either you would have like people come to your house to see this, or somebody lifted this thing with a helicopter or something like that, assuming that this is his time machine or something. My head is bursting with questions. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff bursts onto the rooftop. They look just as confused as I am. And then a woman, who I assume is a staff member, appears to wave us back. Is she trying to hide something? Her response was unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from that device.
これは匂う陰謀の匂いだ。何を隠したいんだ。さっきの爆発は何だ。
I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turn and leave, but not because I'm scared or anything like that. Staff members lead all of us back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the event hall either. Mayuri? Mayuri, don't you dare go inside that time machine and you go back in time. I find her on the 7th floor. Okay, good. Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to a plate reading Birthplace of the Japanese PC. Oh my. A vending machine that dispenses small toys at random. One cannot tell what the toy is before opening the capsule. Yep. She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I breathe a sigh of relief, then take out my phone.
俺だ。どうも嫌な予感がする。俺たちが知らないところで何かが起こっているようだ。ああ、分かってる。無茶はしないさ。俺も命は惜しいからな。エル、プサイ、コングル。
After I speak the words and hang up, I am able to wipe the sweat from my forehead. My sweat is cold. Half of me hopes something will happen. The other half fears the same thing. I put away my phone and look back at Mayuri. She is still staring at those capsule toys. She doesn't seem to be worried about the explosion at all. I can't decide if she's level-headed or just airheaded.
Mayuri, 何をしている?
Yeah, I cannot tell either.
あのね、ウーパが欲しいなって。
Just as I thought. Mayuri points to a capsule machine. The sign on the front says, Rainet Kakeru 3D Character Doll Series. Okay. Rainet Kakeru is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off, Rainet X's Battlers. They even hold international tournaments. You know, I was thinking something similar to that, but instead of like card game like and all that, it makes me think of Bakugan. They're round, but it feels like they can just open them up and they would transform. Upa is the series' mascot character. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out, like some kind of deformed dog. It's what they call an ugly cute character. High school girls find these creatures adorable for some reason. Last year, an ugly frog character was the rage. Its name escapes me though.
やればいい。ウーパが当たるかどうかは保証できないがな。
These random ass characters like ugly creatures have no place in the genius mind of Hoyin Kyoma. Mayuri gives me a troubled smile.
でもね、マユシーは今100円玉を切らしちゃっているのです。
Mayushi is what Mayuri calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have a star at the end of Mayushi. Oh. Rintaro, my man, maybe you should help her get her favorite toy. I mean, come on. Be a man here. But who really cares?
だから、おかりんおかりん、100円貸して。
She holds her hands out with a look like a begging puppy. Looks like she was planning this from the very beginning. Oh, at least she didn't say give me.
黙ったれるな、マユリ。金若さん、俺がお前に人生の厳しさを教えてやる。
I pull out the 100 yen coin, set it into the machine slot, and spin the lever. I open the capsule and take out the contents. Mayuri leans forward eagerly to see what I got.
ウーパだよ。しかもメタルウーパー。
それはレアなのか？
すごく。
While I examine the metal Upa, a boy who was watching us tries his luck on the same Rhinet machine.
あ、普通のウーパだ。
He looks at my metal Upa in resentment. I turn to see Mayuri's sparkling eyes also fixed on the Upa. Hey, high school girl. You're acting like a little kid.
ではマユリにくれてやろう。
Honestly, I don't want it.
本当？いいの？おかりん。
ほーいん今日まだ。
ありがとう、おかりん。
Is she doing it on purpose?
本日はドクター中鉢によるタイムマシン発明成功記念会見にお集まりいただき誠にありがとうございます。
Okay. So, before we continue, let's talk a little bit of romance right over here. Maybe I'm jumping ahead a little bit too much. We don't know, like, these two's history, like, together and all that. Like, a part of me thinks that, yeah, Mayuri definitely cares about Rintaro right over here a lot. I won't be surprised if she even loves him, like, quite a bit. Or, you know, at the very least, she thinks dearly of you, Rintaro. So, you know, it kind of makes me think. Either we have, like, a case of Rintaro being the dense motherfucking protagonist that is not even aware that Mayuri may have some feelings for him, to the point where she would still hang around with someone like you with your explosive personality, which in most cases girls will be like, yo, get the fuck away from me, you creep. Instead, you have this sweet girl like Mayuri who's hanging out with you, who is like also like a childhood friend and all that. But you know, the second option, I would actually be a little bit surprised, and I would actually prefer this for once, is that maybe they are an item already. Maybe Rintaro doesn't say it out loud, but he is aware that, okay, this girl likes me, and, you know, she is a little bit of an airhead and all that, but I guess I like her too, so, yeah, why not? Let's be an item and all that. That would actually be quite an interesting twist, if they are fully aware that they are a couple together. But, probably not. I don't know. Maybe just me. I hear the announcement from the floor above.
どうやら始まるようだな。
I head to the stairs. but Mayuri doesn't follow.
行くぞ、マユリ。
待って名前書かなくちゃ。
She's preoccupied with a mellow upa. I go on ahead.
それでは早速登場していただきましょう。発明家ドクター中町さんです。皆さん盛大な拍手でお迎えください。
Okay. Also, in regards to like the lines right over here, like the text speed for the voiced lines and all that, I am a little bit conflicted. Cause usually you would think, oh god, this like these lines are going super slow and all that. But at the same time, I understand that these particular lines that are voiced, they go at the speed of the voiced line and such. And honestly, I kind of also like it a little bit. Cause it tries its best to keep up with the sentences of the character that is voicing these lines too. So, like, each sentence ends where the voice, the voiced line ends as well. So, I don't know. Like, it's interesting. He walks up to the podium. He's already wearing a frown for some reason. I can feel his irritation from here. Something must have fucked up.
ドクター中町だ。どうぞよろしく。
Nakabachi takes the microphone and begins to speak, his voice brimming with confidence.
それではここに集まってもらった諸君だけに人類史に残る世紀の大発明タイムマシンについての理論をお教えしよう。
タイムマシン？あの人が作ったの？
Mayuri appears after writing her name on the mail upa. She's a bit late, in more ways than one. What did she think a time machine representation would be about? I take another look around the room. There are about 20 people now, including us, but still no media presence to speak of. So this is the extent of Dr. Nakabashi's fame. No one believes that he invented the time machine. I was interested in what he had to say, true, but my expectations were no higher than the rest of the onlookers. And a good thing they weren't. As he proceeds to explain his time machine design, my curiosity quickly turns to disappointment, then anger. My roar silences Takabachi and draws the eye of every person in the room.
バカにするにも程があるぞ。なんだね君は。
俺が誰なのかはどうでもいい。それより今あなたが語ったタイムマシンの理論は一体何だ。ジョン・タイターのパクリではないか。あなたはそれでも発明家か。
I wonder. Okay, who the fuck is John Titor? A self-proclaimed time traveler from 2036 who appeared on an American internet message board in November of 2000. What? The internet went into an uproar, flooding the board with questions and debate. Titor posted pictures of his time machine and its control manual, as well as diagrams illustrating time machine mechanics. He also disclosed information on near-future events, time travel physics, history intervention, the multiverse, timelines, and world lines. And then 4 months after his appearance, he left a comment saying, "I will be leaving this world line shortly and this will be my final post," and disappeared. Okay. I don't know how credible this John Titor is. Utter. Rainet Kakero. A popular manga serialized in Loco Loco Comics. The first season of the anime adaptation is currently airing on Tot TV. Although the series is ostensibly aimed at children, the realistic themes depicted also appeal to adults. More and more children are learning about the internet through this anime. It has reached a point where some scholars claim that children are better informed than their parents with regards to internet issues. That is true. Some people, there's a lot of cases like that. Some people are even calling this new generation Rainet children. Some politicians are for encouraging children to become hikikomori by idolizing boys and girls who are obsessed with computers. However, a majority of adults praise the series for teaching children about the possibilities of the internet. Internet morality, copyright infringement, privacy protection. This has contributed to Ryanet's success. Although the series stimulates intellectual curiosity, it is not nearly an educational program. As Kakeru battles terrorists in cyberspace, his techniques and programs are represented as virtual robots while his enemies' viruses take the form of monsters. Okay. This makes the confrontations easy to visualize, with well-timed perspective changes depicting both the protagonist's techniques inside a computer and his friend's teamwork outside the computer. So this is Digimon. I guess? Anyway, going back to the topic of John Titor, either this has some credible sources and John Titor is actually kind of discussed a lot in the world of science in this story, or this is just some random schmuck that nobody in the world believes to be the true, except for Rintaro Hyoin Hyoma. He thinks that this is true, and now he's speaking nonsense in front of this guy.
誰かその男をつまみ出せ。
出ていくのはあなただ、ドクター。恥を知れ。金輪際、あなたには発明家を名乗る資格はないぞ。
うるさい、黙れ。生意気な若造め。
Just then, somebody grabs my arm from behind. Quite convinced it's an official here to throw me out, I turn around to glare him down. Oh, it's a girl about my age. Her intense stare seems to challenge me. I take a step back. Her face looks somehow familiar. Where have I seen her before?
Oh.
We haven't met, but I know her face. It's Makise Kurisu. A few days ago, my friend Taro showed me a magazine article titled Girl Genius Gives Lecture in Akihabara. The article was about a 17-year-old girl who had just graduated from an American university. Her thesis was even published in a major scientific journal. Okay. Girl Genius Makise Kurisu. I recognize the stubborn-looking girl from her photograph. She's even wearing the exact same skull. What business could such a genius have with me? She takes a quick look around the room, then turns back to me with a stern expression.
ちょっと来てくれませんか?
Sure? What's with the attitude? She's obviously not staff. And there's no way that the Makise Kurisu would be working with someone like Dr. Nakabachi. Either Dr. Nakabachi truly has something here going on with the time machine, and she's also very important to this time machine program, or she has something to do with Rintaro Okabe because he has a protagonist aura, and she is attracted to that. Which means no.
貴様、機関の人間か。まさかここまで手が回っているとは。俺としたことか。
ふざけてないで、ちょっと来てください。
My outburst has already attracted too much attention. Nakabachi, in particular, looks like he wants to rip my head off. It must be mortifying to be exposed as a fraud by a bright young man like myself. Anyway, I mustn't draw any more attention to myself. If the organization gets wind of my presence here, it could endanger my duty, to say nothing of these ignorant civilians. I let Makise Kurisu lead me out of the assembly hall.
ここで俺に何かすれば人目につくぞ。そうなれば、貴様もいろいろまずいだろう。
何かって何ですか？人聞きの悪い。
She glares at me, quite fiercely at that. Attractive though she may be, there is no innocence in her eyes. A beautiful agent, unmatched in cruelty. My heart beats in exhilaration from the danger. Are you sure it's not your hormones? My boy Rintaro? Looks like chaos really does get my blood pumping.
私はあなたに聞きたいことがあるだけです。
それに答える義理はない。機関のやり方は分かっている。
だから機関って
Instead of answering, I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。機関のエージェントに捕まった。ああ、マキセ・クリスだ。あの女には気をつけろ。いや、問題ない。ここはなんとか切り抜け。
Dude, are you even talking to somebody? Are you even... or are you just in your own world and you're pretending to talk to somebody? Kurisu suddenly snatches the phone from my hand. It's skill. I didn't have time to react.
何をする？
あれこの携帯電源切れてる。
Okay, so it wasn't just me. I did also notice that the phone is not even it was just black screen, which I don't know if it was because it was intentional or there was something there. It's just that the visual did not help whatsoever. But the point is, yeah, he is just in his own world.
誰と話していたんですか？
Her eyes pierce deep into my soul. I quickly look away. She is good. Is she trying to attack my sense of identity in order to cause a mental break? Recover. Whew, this is enough to sway me.
貴様に答える義理はないが一応教えてやろう。それは俺以外が触ると自動的に電源がオフになる特別性の携帯なのだ。うわ。
Such measures are necessary to maintain secrecy. I know things that could get me killed. I quickly retrieve my phone and wipe the cold sweat off my forehead. That was close.
そう。独り言だったのね。
This is bad. Ordinary methods don't work on Maki Sekurisu, the genius girl. On the contrary, she is the one psyching me out. Damn. Looks like I have to make a tactical retreat. If I can just find an opening. Suddenly, Kurisu steps up to me with a serious expression. She stares right at me, her huge eyes blazing with strength of will. Such fire. I can't look away. Could someone with such pure eyes really be an organization agent?
さっき私に何を言おうとしたんですか？
Earlier?
さっきとはいつのことだ？
I think it was you who wanted to have a talk with Rintaro.
ほんの15分くらい前、会見が始まる前に。
Oh. What? Nonsense. This is the first time we've met. I was with Mayuri and that Upa toy 15 minutes ago.
私に何か言おうとしましたよね。すごく悲しそうな顔をして。
Is this a trap? It does seem like one of the organization's dirty tricks. But would this girl do something that underhanded?
まるで今にも泣き出しそうで、それにすごく辛そうでした。どうして？私、前にあなたと会ったことありますか？
She seems sincere, which makes this even more confusing. That makes her even more suspicious. That's right. Don't let her beauty fool you. She's a cold, calculating secret agent. If I show the slightest vulnerability, I'm done for.
そういえば、なんで私の名前知ってるんです？
俺はすべてお見通しなのだ。
I am a mad scientist, after all.
天才少女。次会うときは敵同士だな。は？さらばだ。
I spin around and take off down the stairs, ignoring her call to stop. Like I'd listen to the enemy. This guy is gonna be fun to voice throughout this entire story. This is a nice change of pace for me.
機関目あれほどのエージェントを送り込んでくるとはついに本気になったようだな。
I run all the way down to the 4th floor and check behind me. Once I'm convinced Makise Kurisu is not telling me, I sigh while rubbing my temples.
だが俺はまだ奴らに捕まるわけにはいかんのだ。
Well then, what do I do now? My mission was to attend the conference and evaluate Dr. Nakabachi's research. And put him on the spotlight for the fraud he is! Now that I know he's a fraud, there's no real point in going back. I guess I'll just go home. But wait, aren't I forgetting something important? Yeah, where the fuck is Mayuri?
マユリを置いてきた。
I knew she'd be a liability. I shouldn't have brought her along. I was trying to prioritize her safety, but got careless. My god, that carelessness, that airheaded vibe about Mayuri. She's so cute when she does that. Oh, I mean, she's such a liability. I'll try calling her first. If she's alright, then I can just have her meet me here. With that thought in mind, I take out my phone, and I turn it on. And it rings just as I do.
メールか？
Oh. Okay. That's a weird... JP is not just a regular email. There's a video attached. And it's from an unknown address. I opened the video file with some trepidation. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But I guess we have no choice. There's nothing but noise. Is this a prank? Or some sort of Makise Kurisu style attack? Maybe the noise is some sort of make people go crazy frequency? Oh boy. No, wait. I remember giving her my mail address. So I'm probably just thinking too hard. I mean, if we're talking about the organization, the organization would more than likely have your contact, sir. So, my god. Is this what I sounded like when I was going through Higurashi to you guys? You know, I did have one comment at some point in the past where, after all the theories that I made throughout the first chapters, there was somebody who was like, damn, those conspiracy theories, those sounded really, really annoying. But, my fears did end up coming true. So, that guy said, but they ended up being true. So, actually, I don't remember, the context. At the very least, there was one person who was, very skeptical about the conspiracy vibes that I had to share throughout the chapter, which did end up being true. My theories, for the most part, have ended up being true, from the beginning and such, so, But the point is, I wonder how many people are gonna think that I was a complete crazy lunatic, sounding like that for the first chapters when I was conspiring about that sort of stuff. I have more pressing matters to deal with anyway. Cause literally, I was literally I didn't have a Chunibyo energy right over here speaking the way he does, but I was referring to my enemy in the mystery solving portions as the organization or no, the government. There you go. I was mentioning the government a lot. I stopped the video and called Mayuri's phone from my address book. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Mayuri, なぜ出ない?
Looks like I'll have to go back to the assembly hall. But things will get messy if I bump heads with Makise Kurisu again.
まさかマキセクリスメマユリをさらったなおのれそれが機関のやり方か
Those sickening creatures! Living without Mayuri isn't an option. Call me overprotective, but she's like a little sister to me. maybe even more. And there's a very real danger that she might wander off somewhere the moment I let her out of my sight. Mayuri has always been like that. I never know if she'll be there when I turn to look. In a sense, that's why I became Hoing Kyoma. Okay, I do have to comment about this. Is there like a log right over here? There should be like a log. No? But either way, Rintaro did mention that she is like a little sister to Rintaro before, so I don't know if I want to go that kind of route of saying that they are already a couple up until this point because of this, because of that line, so let's not go down that road.
戻るしかないか。
The thought of climbing back up to the 8th floor is depressing, but I have no choice. When I get back to the assembly hall, Dr. Nakabachi's conference was just finished. Nobody is on stage, and the phony inventor has already left. The 20 or so members of the audience are starting to pack up. I soon find Mayuri. She's in the corner, looking lost. Mayuri, what the fuck? Come on. Well, at least she wasn't kidnapped. Even better, I don't see Makisa Kurisi anywhere.
あの女、俺におじけづいたか。よかろう。今日のところは見逃してやるとしよ
Yeah, that's right. Be scared, Makise Kuriso. She was scared of Hoing Kyoma's evil vibes and all that, and she left. She did originally want to kidnap Mayuri, but because of Hoing Kyoma's evil mad scientist aura, she couldn't go further with the plan. She didn't have the courage, and she ran away. Still, I keep my eyes peeled as I run up to Mayuri.
う。マユリ、なぜ電話に出ない？そろそろ帰るぞ。
Come on. You little lost puppy. Come on, don't be sad.
おかり、メタルウーパがいなくなっちゃった。
Did someone steal it from you? Who? Who is it? She turns to me with a forlorn expression.
いなくなった？勝手に動き出したのか？それは実にファンタジーだな。
落としたみたい。
I see. So she was looking for it. Not like it really matters.
見つからないなら諦めろ。また当てればいい。
当たりっこないよ。だってね、メタルウーパはネットオークションで1万円近いプレミアがついてるんだよ。
Damn. Also, why are you bringing up that detail? Wait, are you actually interested in selling it? So it's not a emotional attachment kind of thing. That toy was worth that much?
マユリよ、一体どこで落としたのだ？
Yeah, come on, where is it? We need that money!
わかんないから探してるんだよ。あと、見つけても売らないからね。
Okay, so it is like emotional attachment. Okay, so she likes it.
その1万円、この俺の研究資金にしてやる。
I mean, again, talking about love right over here. That is a special object that she holds dear because Rintaro out of here is the one who helped her get that.
だから、売らないってば。マユシーの名前書いちゃったし。
Thus begins our search for the Metal Upa.
トゥットゥルー、ウーパさん、ウーパさん、出ておいで。
Okay. This particular line right over here activated like some neurons in the back of my mind right over here. Who's voicing Mayuri? Is it also the same person that voices Nagisa? And Rena for that matter in Higurashi? Hold on. Okay, I cannot really search on the internet right now. I definitely have to ask somebody because, you know, spoilers and all that. I don't want to search Steins Gate like stuff like right now, like at the beginning right over here. But If it's gonna be the same voice actor, I swear to God. Mayuri tries calling its name. I mean, especially... There has to be like a log somewhere. Is there? Title menu, help, help, config, tips, help. Let's see. Backlog, insert. Because even that line, it made me think of Nagisa's favorite dango. There you go. Dango, dango. Do I even have like an insert button? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I do. Dango, dango, oopa oopa. By the way, doo 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 is Mayuri's catchphrase. Oh. It means... Actually, I've never bothered to ask what it means. Anyway, the metal upa is nowhere to be found. Maybe she didn't drop it in the assembly hall, but on the 7th floor landing near the capsule toy machines. Another possibility is that someone with an eye for rare items pilfered it. Just imagining that smug grin on that person's face makes me right envy.
おのれ、金にしか興味のない下劣なやつめ、恥を知れ。
おかりんもね。
I was literally about to say, says the person that was making money. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that from Mayuri. What was that?
悲鳴かな。
A lot of weird things are happening here. I think so. Only the presenter and a few other people are left in the assembly hall. Including Mayuri and me, less than half the audience remains. Everyone looks at each other anxiously, startled by the scream. Even I cannot suppress a shiver. First the explosion on the roof, now this. What's going on here? Mayuri squeezes my right hand.
Mayuri, ここにいろ。
I take a deep breath, prepare myself, and head in the direction of the scream. The echoes lead me down a dark, empty hallway on the same floor. I'm pretty sure it came from around that corner. I swear to God, if this is gonna end up like another murder mystery, I need a little bit of break from murder mysteries, goddammit. That's why I chose this. I crouch down and turn the corner slowly, keeping my eyes and ears peeled for any sign of danger. And there, at the end of the passage, I see it. There's something on the ground. No, someone. Motionless. Who is it? The clothes are familiar. It can't be. Oh. Makise Kurisu? Her face is turned away. But I know it's her. The impertinent and genius girl I just fought with 10 minutes ago. Ah, Christ. Murder always follows me, eh? Okay, well, the scream that we've heard before was definitely that of a man. I don't know. He's now face down in a pool of bright red blood. She's dead.
なんで
Suddenly, I realize that I'm shaking. I want to run. Run away. I shouldn't have come. This is wrong. Someone killed Makise Kurisu. There's no other explanation. Who would do such a thing? There's no one else here. I twist around in shock. Nope, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore that somebody died right over here, and we're not dealing with this murder mystery. Let's just ignore this and just move on. Some other men have followed me, and every one of them is ghastly pale. They must have seen the body. A man cries out in panic. At this, everyone else starts screaming and running away. Oh boy.